Well, I left Burry town about maybe 20 minutes, half an hour ago, and I've met these lovely people. It's Sue and Clive, and so where are you from, Sue?
We're from Pontland-Ffraeth, just north of Caerphilly.
Ah, really? And what are you doing here then?
Well, it's a beautiful day. Can't believe we're on such gorgeous weather this end of September. And we're walkers, like we're not as energetic as you, but we love walking, and we decided to come down to Little Netley Coastal Path and enjoy the gorgeous view down here today.
Give it a go. Well, oh, that's
Yes.
wonderful. And you, Clive, I mean, obviously you've been together for years, but you enjoy your walking as well?
Very much so, and we take every opportunity to get out for a walk, and we're quite lucky. We live quite close to the Brecon Beacons,
Yes.
so within 30 minutes we can be up in that area.
Well, that's
or
right.
30 minutes down to the coast. So it's a lovely pastime.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're not far from the Heads of the Valley Road up there, aren't you? And
That's
there's
right.
lots of stuff that you can go off in different directions off there as well, isn't there?
That's correct.
And no, that's really interesting. And so, have you done any other of the coastal paths, like
my
as an
gosh,
example, the
yes.
Pembroke or any of those?
We're often sort of Pembroke, Tenby way.
Yes.
Done great chunks of that,
Yeah.
you know, that part of Wales.
Yes.
But it's mostly we mountains and sea people.
Yeah.
We don't really mind.
Quite a lot of local nice walks in our area where we live.
Yes.
So it's nice just to leave the car at home
Yes.
and just go walking.
Get some exercise.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We normally
Yes.
walk a couple of times a week.
Yes.
You know, hail, rain or, you know, sunshine really.
Well, I think that's really good because it maintains your fitness and it gives you something different
it's
to look at
lovely.
and places you've never seen before.
And like you
very
said, you
true.
see them through the seasons as well, you know, so it doesn't have to be a bright sunny day.
No.
Lovely autumn, you know, crisp
That's
walk
right.
is beautiful as well,
That's right.
you know. But we're not as dedicated as you walking through
Definitely
hail,
not,
rain and
definitely
snow.
Well, I mean, this is a challenge, really. I mean,
Oh,
it's
gosh.
not just a challenge doing the walk; it's a challenge doing the logistics. And
Yeah, I can
it's a
imagine
challenge
now.
filming and then editing it in the back of our camper van, and so I never have a spare minute kind of
No.
thing. Yesterday I walked over 20 miles, and
Gosh,
when I
that's a
got
good
back to
stretch.
the camper van, it was just a case of put all this film onto my computer,
Yeah.
go to bed. I got 11 hours solid, and I woke up this morning thinking, right, well, I need to edit it now. So I edited it, and that took me until 1:30, and then I got
Wow.
on the train and came here, and now I'm walking back. So it's a full program. You don't get a great deal of thinking time, really, in a funny kind of way, you know. But I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and the thing I like about it, with all respect, is I'm as free as a bird. I can do what I like. I can come and go when I please.
That's it.
I've got a beer fridge in my camper van, and so I do like a beer when I've had a walk.
Shoes
And,
off and a beer in your hand.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, fabulous. Well, we wish you all the best, Jim.
Thank you very
You
much
know,
indeed.
have a safe journey.
You're lovely people, and you've got such a sweet Welsh accent. It's absolutely lovely. I could listen to you for hours.
And we
Thank
catch
you.
up with you further
Yeah,
east. On
you
the
never
east
know.
of Phil.
It's
Our
lovely.
paths may cross again.
Yes, and when you find me on YouTube or Facebook, send me a message.
We will, we will.
It'd be very nice to hear from you again.
You take
Certainly,
care,
thank you.
okay? Look after yourself.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Good afternoon. It's 2 o'clock on Sunday the 30th of September and I'm waiting here for the 14:13 train, which is going to take me back to Llanelli, which will be for the last time on this particular stretch of railway track travelling north. And I'm not saying I'll never be here again, because I might need it to go to Swansea in the future, but I certainly won't be travelling in the Carmarthen direction again. Today's plans had to be scrapped because my phone stopped working again. The SIM card kept saying, well, it kept saying no SIM card, and the only way to solve the problem was once again to drive into Swansea to Virgin Media, which I did at 9 o'clock this morning, but they didn't open until 10:30, so I had plenty of time to kill. But I'm pleased to say that the manageress, Michelle, who was actually from Hull at Virgin Media, sorted me out good and proper. We spoke exactly the same language. I got a new SIM card and also signed a new contract that gives me more data, and that should do the trick. There's nothing worse, apart from maybe breaking a leg or having a heart attack or something like that, than having a telephone that doesn't work, because I need my iPhone for all my information, all my contacts, and also all my data, all my maps, everything else. And when it doesn't work, it irritates me no end. And so hopefully this has fixed it, because this is the third time in a month since I got this telephone that I've had problems, and hopefully this will be the last of it. I was hoping to have started today on the Gower Peninsula, which is a 38-mile walk around the Gower Head and then heading off in the direction of Swansea. Excuse me, I've got a runny nose again. But in getting out the timetables for the buses and working it out in fine detail, how far I want to walk and which buses I can catch, I've been working off the timetable which actually expires today. The new timetable starts tomorrow, but there's nothing on the internet to tell me anything about bus timetables. They're still showing the September up to the 30th September timetable, and hopefully in the morning I will get information, and that will allow me to plan. So I couldn't really have gone walking around the Gower Peninsula anyway, given that it's a Sunday service today and all the buses didn't seem to fit in with my plans at all. So let's hope that that's going to solve itself. I did meet some people when I was walking on the Pembrokeshire coast path from, I think I was walking from Newport to Fishguard, and I met Julian and Janet, who are from Swansea, and I was rather hoping to meet them this weekend, and the whole arrangement has kind of fallen apart, and I'll get a chance to do that later in the week, and it'd be very nice to meet up with them again. They were very, very nice people, lovely people. But today for me is just a simple task of walking from Llanelli back to the campsite. Yesterday when I walked from Burryport, yesterday afternoon when I walked from Burryport to Llanelli, I got to Llanelli by about 6 o'clock, but I still had about 5 miles to go, which means I would have got back in total darkness, and so I thought it's better to do it this afternoon, where it'll be obviously daylight and it'll give me plenty of time and I can get one or two things done this evening. I didn't really want to take any risks, and given that I couldn't carry on onto the Gower Peninsula, it seems to make sense to just have a short walk, bearing in mind that I have put quite a heavy, busy week in this last, certainly in the last 4 or 5 days. So it's back to Llanelli, and that's the plan. Just waiting for the train, so here we go.